Hello and welcome to KLTV News. I'm Kyle Warwick. International news: an Israeli Defence Forces soldier who shot and killed 19-year-old Palestinian Abdel Fattah al-Sharif whilst the young man was incapacitated has been sentenced to 18 months by an Israeli judge. Sentencing, the judge said there is no grounds for the claim of self-defence and that the shooting was unjustified. There has, however, been support for the soldier in Israel. Israeli journalist and author Gideon Levi told RT that the soldier is perceived not only as someone who didn't do anything wrong, but as a national hero. And this is very, very worrying and bothering for anyone that wants to see the rule of law and rule of justice here. National news: and two men who lynched a young man with learning difficulties have both been sentenced to life in prison. Brendan Mason was 23 years old on the 5th of July when he agreed to meet 21-year-old Joshua Hack and 22-year-old Keith Lowe in a local park. The Metro reports that when they arrived, they hung him from a tree, taking turns hitting him while the other held him for several hours, laughing and taunting him in the early hours of July the 5th last year. After he fell unconscious, they stripped him naked and threw his body in a pond, leaving him for dead. A groundsman found Mason at around 7 a.m. the following day. NHS staff found 99 separate injuries. Mason died as a result of those injuries hours later. In a statement, Brendan's family said, "Brendan was a lovely young man and he was so happy. He had numerous learning difficulties and poor vision. Even though Brendan had numerous learning difficulties and was very easily led by others, he always knew right from wrong. The police have been a big part of our life in the past 7 months. They have been amazing, but there will never be closure for us." Regional news: and 12 services operated by Northern Rail were last week pulled by a steam engine as part of celebrations to mark the reopening of the Settle to Carlisle line following landslide damage. The service is run between Appleby and Skipton and showed off the best of the Yorkshire Dales, crossing the Riddle's Head Viaduct. And finally, tomorrow, Saturday 25th of February, sees the return of the biannual Slaithwaite Moonraking Festival. Now an independent charitable organisation run by local people, Slaithwaite Moonraking Festival returns, featuring lantern making, arts and crafts stalls, music, storytelling, the magnificent lantern procession and the now legendary moonraking ceilidh. This really is fun for all the family, and as a Slaithwaite resident myself, I speak from experience. Whilst there are many activities available in the week running up to the 25th, and before the procession itself, the moonraking finale itself will start at around 6:30 p.m. That's all for this week. Join us again next week for another Kirklees Local TV News. Goodbye.